I'm here at the Positive Approach to Care, and you call it the PAC?
Well, it's a PAC, yep,
Okay.
that's our short version. And you're actually in Hillsboro, so you get to be at the Snow Approach Foundation, our nonprofit. So we actually took the for-profit and built a nonprofit here in Hillsboro so people can come in and participate.
Well, that is awesome. I'm here with the Teepa Snow. It is such an honor. You are such a renowned just person in the healthcare, spectrum, as well as a, accomplished businesswoman.
Well,
so in both of those rights, I'm honored to be here with you.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
you do what you do, and sometimes what you do makes a difference.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful when what you do makes a difference.
Well, it's come full circle for me because I was just telling you that, I came to know of you years ago. You've traveled the circuit of nursing homes, and I've come to many of your presentations. And I sat there as a nurse, just trying to learn more about dementia. And little did I know that in 2017, that my father, my 300-pound, 6'5" father was going to have a hemorrhagic stroke and also be diagnosed with dementia. And I very quickly learned the difference between being a healthcare professional who knows of dementia to being a daughter who has to deal with a demented father.
And living with dementia in the house.
Absolutely.
With a full-grown man who wants to be who he's always been.
Absolutely.
And has enough skill to get himself in trouble.
Yes.
And a lot of strength to prove you are not the boss of him.
Absolutely.
And yet, your recognition that you can't just step back and let him do whatever he wants because it would harm him or others.
Yes.
And yet, feeling, how do I do this? And the nurse in you would say, well, this is what you should do.
Yes.
And the daughter in you goes, give it a try. I want to see it, because that's when you realize this relationship we've had in the past is now on trial.
It is. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you don't disrespect your daddy, but you better figure out how to help your daddy live life with these changes he hates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my two biggest emotions at that time was being overwhelmed and feeling so alone. And, I'm an only child, and all of what I thought I knew, it seemed like it just went out of the window, because now I'm under pressure, I'm under stress, and I'm feeling alone, and no one understands what I'm going through, and so I used to think a lot about those days when I would come to your presentations, and I'll have to woosah this thing out and figure out the approach to what I'm dealing with.
And that's the tricky part, is letting go of the idea that, oh, this is what we should do when somebody has a hemorrhagic stroke and has dementia, and instead go, okay, who's my dad?
Yeah.
What would he respect? What will speak to him? How can I convince him? Perhaps, what do I have to let go?
Yeah.
What am I going to be able to negotiate? I
Yeah.
mean, am I the right one to try this, or do I need to get somebody else in here to give this a try? Because I know what he's going to say if I say something.
Yes.
And recognizing, wow, I have limits that as a nurse, I didn't have those same limits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it doesn't matter I'm a nurse to daddy.
Yeah.
Woo.
And so what I want to do is just to talk to you. You are the expert. I watched you. You know everything about the brain. I mean, you know it from high end down to keeping those cookies on the low shelf, and that's where I want to keep them today.
Yeah.
I want to keep the cookies on the low shelf for those that have are either just beginning to deal with it, so early onset, that middle stage, or all the way to those that are dealing with late stage. And so for our new caregivers that are just getting that new diagnosis, as I did that day, I believe it was May, when we sat down in that doctor's office and he did the mini mental status test, and my father failed miserably, and I realized, we have a problem. What is dementia in its simplest forms, and how does it differ from Alzheimer's?
It's a really good question. It's one of the most missed questions that we get. Your dad had a special situation in that he had his stroke. And so you sort of had this big kapow. A lot of people don't have that. And so dementia is when we start to notice that someone is not able to live their life the way they did independently the way they did because of cognitive changes. And some of those changes are going to involve a part of your brain where you learn and remember things, and you can hold on to the things you learned, so you can remember appointments. You can remember whether you ate or you didn't eat lunch. You can remember whether or not you paid the bills this month or what that was last month. Whether or not you locked the door. Whether or not you can get from your house to the grocery store, to the gas station, to church, back home without getting lost.
Absolutely.
That you know how long it's been since you took a shower. That you know how long it's been since you saw your daughter, and that you know that the people who came by and stopped in are from church, they're not from the government, or they're not, so you're starting to notice things long before typically you have enough changes in your brain that we start to really go, wow, something is going on here. A dementia means it's not going to be fixable.
Gotcha.
It's not something that we can give you a new medication. We can change how you're eating. We could get you to exercise, and we've got it managed. You're going to stay fine. It's not like a diabetes that if I just get you managed right.
Managed right.
Yeah. No, you can manage as perfectly well, and there's still going to be progression.
It's going to be progressive.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and that's really hard to accept for many people, especially often healthcare providers.
Absolutely.
Who well, no, but we'll get this going, and then he'll stabilize, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I wish I could say that, but that's not the case. It does move forward, and it affects other parts of the brain, and then it starts affecting parts of the body, because the brain controls the body. And so ultimately, your brain can't run your body anymore. And so one of the things about dementia, if it's a true dementia, if nothing else ends your life, it will end your life. It will kill you because you can't actually keep going.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so what's the difference when we hear Alzheimer's?
Alzheimer's. Yeah, Alzheimer's is this really interesting thing. That's the most common type of dementia. But it turns out recently we know that there's at least 7 types of Alzheimer's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not all one thing. It means that you have beta amyloid plaque and tau pathologies, which sounds real fancy. What it means is it's a certain kind of damage that's happening in your brain.
Got it.
But there are lots of variabilities in that, including what we call young onset, which means you show us your Alzheimer's before you get to be 65.
I got you.
Youngest person on record, 19.
Wow. Yeah. I did not know that.
It can run in families, and it's genetic. Other times, it doesn't run in your family. Nobody in your family's ever had it before. You get it, and it's called a spontaneous mutation.
Got you.
Oh, great. Could it be somebody else's spontaneous?
Right.
No, but it does mean that as a daughter, if your dad were to have had Alzheimer's, now he didn't, but if he did, then you might go, okay, does that mean I'm going to get it?
Exactly. Oh, absolutely. I've thought about that a lot.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know it. And spontaneous mutation means no, but you should be careful with how you live your life. You don't want to do too much with sugar. You don't want to do too much with you want to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
But don't beat yourself up, because it isn't a genetic link in that type of dementia.
Got you.
So there's lots of kinds, though.
I see. So when
130.
and I'm glad you said that about lifestyle changes and things like that.
I mean, we do need, as women, we really need to pay attention to that, because we're at higher risk.
I see.
And the older we get, our risk goes up. So how we live and how we take care of ourselves. And the other thing is, you have an experience that's impacted you.
Absolutely.
2 of them.
Yes.
You were a nurse.
Yes.
So that's a high-risk occupation, but you also a caregiver.
Yeah.
And that being a caregiver increases your risk.
Yeah.
Particularly if you let yourself get stressed out as a caregiver.
Absolutely. And that's something big. I love to let people know. I talk to people all the time, and I'll say something about being a caregiver. Well, I'm not a caregiver, Mom. If you do anything for your aging parents,
picking up the meds,
exactly. You're a caregiver.
You're running the bills. Are you taking them to things? Are you buying the groceries? Are you putting them up on the shelves? Are you cleaning the house?
Yeah,
all those things.
You are a caregiver if you're doing those things. Yes.
Acknowledge it.
Acknowledge it. Absolutely. And get the
that's
resources.
Unpaid hours that you're putting into this.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot of stress sometimes, and you don't realize. The thing about dementia and caring, it's tricky because at first you go, I got this. This isn't big. I mean, I pick up the groceries, no big deal.
Yeah.
And you start getting into that isolationist
Yes.
philosophy of like, I'm just going to take care of this. It's not worth, and it's not a big deal. And by the time you're getting a diagnosis, you realize,
yeah,
I may need some support here. This is tough.
Yeah,
who am I going to talk to? Because I can't talk to Dad anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't talk to my mom.
Yeah. So for those that may start to think to themselves, I wonder if my mom or dad, because we know there's senility.
Yep.
Just that, I forgot when I came into the
getting
kitchen
old.
for it.
That old just getting old. And
yeah.
when you stand there for a second, now let's be clear, because I want to be clear about this. So if I'm in the living room and I decide, I'm going to make coffee, and I head to the kitchen and there's a phone call, and I talk on the phone, and then I put the phone down, and I go, what did I come in here for? That's typical aging.
That's aging.
I mean, that's aging, especially if when I go, okay, hang on here.
That's right.
And I look around and I can't get it, but then I walk back to the living room and I go, oh my God, I want to make coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
If that's what happens, that's forgetfulness. And what we did, here's the really cool part. We walked through a doorway. Every time you walk through a doorway, the hippocampus, which is the part of your brain that helps you learn and remember and hold on to things, gets used also for how do you go from place to place. So when you went through that doorway, your hippocampus went, wait a minute, we're in the kitchen. And then the phone rang.
Right.
Oh. And so what it did is it shut off that tap and opened this one, and your brain went, I don't know, what would you come in here for? I can't help you. Go back and look.
Right.
And once you go back, you find it.
Okay.
That's typical aging.
Absolutely.
When you're in the kitchen and you don't remember what you came in that for, you don't remember, what did I come in here for? And you go, you know what? I'm going to fix dinner. It's almost dinner time. And you're like, wait a minute, what did your brain just do?
Yeah.
It made stuff up. That's not true. And the other one, you can't quite hold up. Like, what was I doing?
Absolutely.
This one, your brain says, here, make dinner, and you do it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what are you doing?
What in the world? So let's talk about what are the true early signs of true dementia?
Yeah, true dementia. Getting lost going in familiar places. Like you get turned around and then all of a sudden you're like, it's like, well, Dad, where are you? Where have you been? What do you mean? I just went to the store. You've been gone for 4 hours. So time awareness sort of slips a little bit. It could be missing bills or something you do episodically, not all the time, but you're missing stuff. And when you bring it up, well, I never said I was going to do that. I don't know why. So we may get some personality or emotion shifts.
Right.
We might get to where the person can't, the one who came down here. You know who I'm talking about, the guy that does the outside when he comes and he works on it.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And he took the whatchamacallit, and he put it, it's like, Lordy B, I'm having a hard time coming up with nouns, with words, and I'm trying to get you to get the word, and it's like, well, why am I having so much trouble with that? Or it could be that I look at you and I go, now, what are you all dressed up for? And it's like, well, we were going to the funeral. Oh, well, why didn't you say something? And it's like, well, Dad, you're the one who said we were going. And it's like, well, when did I tell you that? And those moments where there's stuff missing. It's not, again, it's not all the time, but those should be your little alarm bells that pop up. The other one that people miss all the time is, you know what? I'm not going to run that Bible study anymore. I've run that for years. And, somebody said I did the same lesson. Well, I'll tell you what, she needed to hear it twice. And that's the truth of it. But I'm not going to do it anymore if that's how I'm going to get treated. And so I start backing off of things I've always liked doing, I was good at doing, I enjoyed doing. Now I'm not doing them anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
So those are, we miss those.
Yeah. Yeah, I can resonate with all of that. Absolutely.
One more.
Okay, come on.
Okay, here's your last one. I start doing old habits again that I'd given up. And y'all know what some of those are.
Yes.
I'd quit this, I'd quit that, I don't do that anymore. And I'd started exercising. Now I'm going back to old behaviors that are comfort behaviors.
Yeah.
But they aren't what I'd been doing.
Yeah.
And I'm losing weight or gaining weight. Those are all things that we should get really super interested in.
Absolutely.
And we should be curious about.
Yeah.
And not just write it off.
Absolutely.
For getting old.
Oh gosh, denial is that's a big one.
It is.
Absolutely.
It's a huge problem.
Yeah.
And then we wait for 2-3 years before we finally call it.
Yeah.
And during that time, we could have been getting things better organized for ourselves and the person we care about.
Oh, that's huge.
But we just keep thinking, well, maybe not. Maybe it's just, it's mostly when she doesn't sleep well, and especially, did you see that little boy outside? No, I'm telling you, look, he's right out there. And I think he's going to try to break in tonight. Yeah. They come up through the basement. Now, you may not have had that happen, but I was just in my bedroom and I saw him. So I'm seeing things that are not there. And that dementia is called Lewy body.
Yeah.
And that one can come with some Parkinson's or not. That one gets misidentified a lot.
Wow. That is huge.
And mismanaged.
Yeah, somebody needed to hear that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of my, the biggest thing that was difficult for me to deal with, knowing all of what I knew, but how do I take this gentleman, this man that has cared for me all my life?
Yep.
Again, 6'5", 300 pounds, a businessman, a deacon in the church, just a pillar in the community, who is losing these abilities to care for himself. How do I continue to preserve his dignity and independence in those early stages?
Yeah. It gets really tricky because immediately in our brain says things like safe. I've got to keep him safe.
Yeah.
And I want to make him be how he has always been. And we start pushing. And if you start pushing somebody who's always been a leader and always been in charge, he's going to push back. He's going to tell you to get yourself out. You don't need to be telling me what to do. I never thought I'd have a daughter that would treat me like this.
Were you in the house with me?
It's just like, why would I marry a woman that was being so mean?
Yeah.
It's just like that sense of being pushed, and it's our desire to keep people safe. And we don't get curious, we get judgmental.
Right.
And we don't mean to. It's like, Daddy, are you going to wear that shirt?
Absolutely.
Well, what's wrong with it? Well, Dad, you've had that same shirt on for 3 days.
Yeah.
I just put this on. And it's like, why are you arguing? It's like, oh, Dad, I have a big favor to ask you. You have a green shirt, and it is one of my favorite. I think it's in the closet. Would you do me a big favor? You look so good in that color.
Yeah.
Would you do me a favor? I'd love for you to put that on. I just want to see now you have a tie that goes with it. Come with me. I think I know where it is. So that idea that I engage with you to do something, but I quit saying,
yeah.
And we think we're being helpful. And yet what we're doing is giving them a sense they've done something that we don't find as okay as we did.
Absolutely.
It's like, Dad, you can't say stuff like that. Whoa, hey, Daddy, he really bothered you, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that happened. You know what? Do you want to stay here? Or you want to get going? Oh, hey, listen, I have a big favor. Do you remember when you used to do football? And I said, I don't know about being a tackle. What did you like about being a tackle? Now, what have I done to your eyes?
Yes.
Are you looking at that guy over there anymore, thinking about him?
Redirected, yeah.
Did I say he was frustrating? Yeah. Did I give you permission to let go of it? Now, here's the trick. How do you learn that stuff?
Yeah.
People don't.
That's right.
This is the really frustrating part of early state things, is we think we can handle it.
Sure.
And we get into bad habits of arguing with people or trying to make them do stuff in a way that they resent.
Yeah.
And here's what I'm going to say. Ultimately, we're going to be in a place where I've got to try to get him to go to the bathroom and let me stay in there.
Yeah.
And if I can't figure out how to get him to get in the car and let me be in the driver's seat,
Oh, wow.
how well is that going to work?
Absolutely.
Because this guy's always drove in the vehicle.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
That's not been my job.
Yeah, yeah. And so it's really all about taking that positive approach and getting the information on how to communicate.
There's stuff
you
we
know?
can learn about that, and
Yeah.
it seems like well, that's just common sense. And it's like, except it's not common practice.
Yeah.
I hear a lot more arguing and, what are you doing? than I do, wow, you've been busy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely.
my heavens. I don't know that I've seen that outfit on you in a while.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks good, but I'm wondering, feel the temperature outside, because I think it's a little bit, and it's an art form.
It's an art.
I mean, it is an art. There's a science to it.
Yeah.
But it's different.
Yeah, yeah. And it also takes a conscious effort
you're at work.
to stop and think about, how can I say this and how will they receive it?
You got it.
Yeah, so it's about getting away from where you are and actually going to where they are.
And the hard part is you have to take your agenda that you have.
Yeah.
I want him in an outfit that looks good. Stick that in your back pocket and sort of, well, how's my favorite fella today?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's hard, especially at the end of a day you've already put in, and you just want to get to church. Can we just go to church?
And then what happens, Teepa, when we're progressing, now we're in that middle stage, and now we're dealing with some unexpected behaviors that are now heightened and on another level. So now we're dealing with the sexual comments
maybe,
and,
or the mean comments,
Yes.
or the I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
You can't make me do that. I didn't eat that. Dad, you just gained 50. I mean, you have gained 25 pounds.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're eating nothing but cookies and ice cream, and you're not even eating half of what. You threw that plate across the room.
Yeah.
You just asked me to make you lunch.
Yeah.
I mean, those kinds of things that surprise us, but also the personal care stuff
Yeah,
that starts to creep in.
sure.
Like, he's hiding the dirty clothes.
Oh, goodness, yes.
I was like, what are you want to go, what are you doing? And that's like, well, he's trying to maintain his dignity is what he's doing. He doesn't want people to know. And so sort of taking that step back before you step forward and get your brain in gear and going, wow, shoo. And when something happens, like he says, do you want to go to bed with me? And your jaw drops because you're thinking, Dad, what are you talking about? Instead of saying, Dad, what are you talking about? You're wanting to know if I'm interested. Not right now. I appreciate it, but you know what? What I would like us to have is a cup of coffee. Come on, let's go to the kitchen.
Good stuff.
Because I want to change place, I want to change agenda.
Absolutely.
I do want to acknowledge what he said, because if not, he may decide to touch when his words didn't get across.
Got you.
And we want to get better at this, but we also need to raise our hand and say, I'm going to need some help.
Yeah.
And I may not be the one that should be doing intimate care right now. Because there may be enough familiarity in history of being in the house, doing this. And really what might be going on is you look enough like your mom.
Right.
That he's jumped a generation or two. And he thinks he's actually talking to the woman he's going to marry.
Absolutely.
But he doesn't remember having married her.
Right.
And so it's like, it's tricky. This stuff is super tricky. And if nobody shares this with you, you're thinking, my dad is so, I can't believe he's doing this. And then you think, well, maybe placement. And you think, no, I'll never do that. And then you think, I need somebody to come in here. How am I going to have somebody coming in here if he's propositioning people? And it's like, well, we talk about it. We say why he's doing it. And we might be able to work it through.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any other triggers? Emotional and environmental triggers. Yeah.
Often, this is the point where we'll start to say things like, listen, I got to get home. I can't stay here anymore.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is your home. No, I'm talking about my house. And it's like, and your brain just shuts down in that moment. It's like, what are you talking about? This is your house.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's talking about the house he grew up in. He's talking about, he's going back a little further. He's talking about the house he remembers when he was a teenager. He's talking about, we always have to check it out. Or he'll say, I got to get to work. And you're thinking, you haven't worked in years. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And again, it always in your mind when you're hearing that voice of, what's he talking about? Pause. Do a real hard pause, because in that moment, if you lead with the wrong foot, you're going to put your foot right in the middle of it, and then there's a lot more to clean up.
I got you. Absolutely.
And so often you want to go home. If he says he wants to go home, you're wanting to go home. Do you need to do something there, Daddy, or you just need to not be here?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, whatever it is, let's figure it out. Because I can tell you right now, we better be planning on, okay, road trip.
Yeah.
I mean, where are we going? Around the corner to get ice cream?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we're not going home, but we are going somewhere.
So just that change of scenery.
Remember when we went to the kitchen, we couldn't remember? Oh, now that comes in handy because when we go out and do something, then I said, well, let's head on back because I think there's something. I left something. Come on, let's get going.
Yeah.
And we just travel.
Yeah. What is the benefit and how helpful are routines and keeping on a structured schedule?
So do this with your hands for me. You got to be real careful that you don't push your routine so hard that you tip him over. But we do need routines because routines help me and it helps you. Because I'm trying to keep up with 2 brains, 2 bodies, 2 things. And if it's more than that, I have another job. Heaven knows, I need a routine. And those people living with dementia, they benefit. But I can't shove you in a box.
Gotcha.
So the routine is there, but if he says, I am not doing that, and you go, so we're not doing that right now. Well, listen, I could use your help over here.
Very good. Yes.
And it's like, all right, I got to let go of it right now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but I'm going to try something again, and then we come back to it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we get so adamant about, you've got to take a bath.
Absolutely.
Really, right this moment? No, I don't. And it's like, I know, but I wanted you to. It's like, it fit into my routine. And it's like, well, tell you what, would you do me a big favor? Let's just wash up like your face. And then I'll say, tell you what, while you're here.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Oh, that's
baby
good.
steps.
That's good.
But it's so hard to let go of what you want.
Absolutely. Yeah.
To realize, I'm not going to get what I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what can I have?
Yes, absolutely. That is so good. And so I hear, you know, I'm a fan and I admire you as what you do. And I hear person-centered care a lot.
A lot.
When I hear that, what does that look like in real life?
In real life, there are 2 people, at least. There's the person living with, inside themselves, that are dementia.
Yeah.
But then I have a carer who's living with dementia.
Yeah.
And so I've got to look at both these human beings and go, they're of equal value. How's this one doing? How's this one doing? And that, for me, is the biggest missing piece of person-centered care.
Absolutely.
For providers. They get into looking at the person and they'll do that, but they don't look at the family member who's doing this work. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you here, here, or here? What's your best time of day? Morning, afternoon, or evening?
Yeah.
When's your dad's hardest time of day? Oh, when you're at your less. I was like, okay. So you know when I think we should try to get somebody in? The time you're at your worst and your dad needs the most support.
Oh, that's good.
Why don't we start with that? Because you know what? That makes the most sense for both you and your dad.
Yeah.
So for me, person-centered means we got to keep in mind these are bookends.
Yeah.
And if one is not doing well, the other one isn't going to be doing well.
Absolutely.
And so I've got to bring these together, and I've got to figure how many pages do I need between the 2.
Yeah.
Because some people are not meant to be hands-on carers. I mean, they can love their person desperately.
Sure.
Absolutely, but they are not a good match for care.
Absolutely.
I mean, they just want to do it the way they want to do it.
Yeah.
And spouses, children, friends, it's a lot of sandpaper.
Yeah.
And that doesn't serve either one of them well.
Oh, yeah. You know, and that's why it's so important to, you know, prepare for things like this. You know, I know at Caring Hands, we get called when there's a crisis. You know what I'm saying? The stroke has happened, the fall has happened, the dementia is late stage, you know. And, you know, by then, the person-centered care is out the window, you know.
I mean, you're just like trying to get your head above water.
Absolutely.
And the care is often to the place of like, I don't know if anything will work. You can't, I've tried everything. And it's like, we need a deep breath here. I know that much. But if I say, how about we pause, take a deep breath? Don't tell me what to do. It's like, well, who's got dementia in this story? It's like, because you're so stressed out and overwhelmed.
Yeah. And
you've been doing it a while, a long time for some people.
Sure.
And you feel abandoned.
Yes.
And you feel trapped.
My goodness.
And you just reached for a lifesaver.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're clinging, but it's like, okay, I need you to breathe. Because if we don't take a breath here, Both of us are going down with the ship here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we want to keep you going, but I need you to release just a little bit here.
Yeah.
And trust me that I'm here. I'm going to take your hand. You're in shallow water now.
Yeah.
I can help you out of the water.
That's right.
But I need you to be okay with me going in the water. And I need you to support me. And that means we're not going to do a bath first visit.
Yeah.
Because how well are you doing with Dad in the bath?
Right.
You know, in those conversations, we need to have them.
Yeah, yeah.
Because otherwise, you think I'm not doing the job you hired me for.
Yeah.
And it's like, I got to build.
Yes.
Because we're deep in the weeds here.
Yeah.
And we could use a little pause before we get ourselves in as much trouble as you were in.
Yeah, because I've often heard you say it's a journey. Like
it's a journey.
It's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
It's a full-out marathon.
Absolutely.
And they save some really tough hills
Yeah.
up there at the end.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I'll tell you what, at that point, going downhill is just as hard as going uphill.
Yeah.
Because you got to keep your balance going downhill, because here comes another downhill.
Yeah.
Another downhill slide, and you're like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's where we are.
And so for our caregivers that are now advancing into that late stage, I often tell people, when I tell the story of my father, that it's kind of a bittersweet that that, you know, he did have the dementia. I did have the time that I had, but that he transitioned before we got to this. Because I don't know what that part looks like. But I love my father dearly, just like many other caregivers, and I wish he was still here, but that late stage is hard to see.
It's super hard, because you're already worn out.
Yeah.
And now it becomes totally a lot of physical work too.
It's physical.
And there's a lot of reflexive kind of patterns and behaviors of your body that nobody tells you about.
Yeah.
So the legs come together, the knees curl up, the arms come in tight, and you're trying to get somebody clean in the armpits. You're trying to help because they're incontinent.
Yeah.
And you're like trying just to get them up in the chair.
Yeah.
And if you're not careful, you'll hurt yourself.
Absolutely.
And if you're not careful, you'll over guess, and somebody ends up on the floor.
Absolutely.
Or you end up on the floor.
Yeah.
And suddenly there's an event, and you think, okay, well, no, he just slipped out of the chair, and the hip breaks. I mean, these things are things, and we've got to let go of that guilt.
Yeah.
But that sense of, I'll handle this, is like, there's no way to anticipate all the things that are going to happen. When people stop eating and we think, well, he's starving to death, it's like, no, here's what's happening. He's actually in the process of dying.
Yeah.
And we all do it.
Yes, we do.
But how it happens, we've got to acknowledge, does he seem hungry? No, as a matter of fact, I have to force him to eat. And it's like, well, then one of us needs to figure out that it's time to let go.
Yeah.
And that, you need support for that too.
Yeah.
Because it feels like, well, but if I don't have him eat, he'll die. And it's like,
Yeah.
he is dying.
That's what's happening.
And that's what's happening.
Yeah.
He's not drinking because he's drying out. And bodies actually do better when they're dry and they're empty.
Oh, really? Wow.
For you to leave.
Huh.
Yeah. It turns out when you empty the shelves and get rid of all the extra stuff, it's so much easier to leave this house.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, it is. And it's so hard for us to realize we come into this world yelling,
Yeah.
but we can go out with peace, knowing those around us are supported and cared for, and I've done everything I needed to do.
Yeah.
And in dementia, there are moments of absolute lucidity for some people.
I've seen it.
Yeah, and then other people quietly drift away.
Sure.
But there are some people who need a lot of support, not much. But for us, it's this last piece that we think we're going to be ready for.
Yeah.
We're never ready for it.
Never. Yeah.
I don't care how much prep you do. Yeah. It is a hard transition. So I would say the other care is on the other side of the loss. And again, the system is not well established.
It is not.
For how to support a carer back to living.
Yes.
Because you've been on this journey so long, you sort of forget what it looks like to go back to living. And everybody's like wanting you to get up and move on. And it's like, That's a hard coming back from.
That is, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. What about communication during that time?
Ooh.
You know, my father was a man of few words.
Yep.
But I still, you know, how do you communicate during those?
One of the last things that people lose is their ability to hear sound, and they know familiar from unfamiliar. So using our voice, sharing information, never say in front of somebody what you wouldn't say in front of somebody.
I see. That's good.
And I would also say music, prayer,
Yes.
and sometimes counting when we're going to do something. So, hey, Mom, I'm going to roll you on your side on 3. So here we go. We're going to go on 1. There you go. Hold on. There we go. Yep. And 2. Yep. And now we're going to roll. Here it comes. And 3. There you go. You did it. Good work. Good work. Very different than, okay, here we go. Because I scared her.
Absolutely.
And no one would ever intentionally do it. And yet if you don't realize, oh, she's still there. And when we did that movement, her balance center just went off the roof because it went, I'm falling, and I don't have any movement.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so one of the biggest things that I see is caregiver burnout.
Oh, you think?
Recognizing it physically, emotionally, you know, spiritually, absolutely, financially. What advice, what pearls of wisdom, there's been so many already, but what pearls of wisdom for that caregiver?
Build a team. Build a team. Who supports you physically? Who's going to support you emotionally? Who do you love to talk to when you're having a hard time that isn't going to give you a bunch of advice, but is going to be your support, your cushion, your place of refuge? Who do you want to pray with? Who do you want to celebrate with?
Yeah.
Where do you go to sing? Do you sing? If not, how are you going to let out moments of joy and let out moments of pain? Music is a powerful tool. And for many of us, we forget to do it because we're in the middle of doing all this other stuff. But realizing if I don't take care of me, I will burn out. I will give up. I can't keep doing this. So finding support early and keep looking as you're going, what else is out there? Who else is out there? What if, when if, and how? So really asking your question, with that friend, you know, how do you think I could get somebody else involved? And you're like, what else could we do? Is there something else I need to do, or do I just need to let go of worrying? It's like, those are really good questions. Let's ask a third party. So let's get together with somebody who knows a little bit more and get curious.
That's good.
Let's build time in for us.
That's awesome.
Do you get time? How are you sleeping? You know, get somebody who's willing to ask you some questions about you.
And you know, we need that. We need that in just regular everyday life. So that much more so when you're going through.
When you're isolated.
Absolutely.
And you said you're an only child.
I'm an only child,
I will also tell you, people with too many children, or not too many, but when you have multiples, you have different points of view. And the reality is, out of every 5 families, 4 of them will fall apart before this is all over.
Oh, wow.
And that means 4 out of 5 families, we have a solo person trying to do all this. Because the brother says, you just need to put her somewhere. I'm tired. I'm not going to have her at the house anymore.
Absolutely.
And you're like, but we promise. And it's like, I'm done.
Absolutely.
And we all get places in different times and rates. So it is super important that we have the support ahead of time. Because when we're in crisis, that's not when you want to go looking for something.
Absolutely. That is so good.
You won't have the energy. You won't say, yeah, I need to. And it's like, you still won't do it.
You know, I'm going to give you a question and I already know the answer to it.
Oh, go for it.
But we have the early, the middle, the late stage that we just kind of talked through. How fast does that process happen?
The shortest could be 3 months. The longest could be 30 years.
Wow.
Depending on the type of dementia, what else the person has going on. It's so variable. And there's no guarantees. You know, I cannot guarantee you what's going to happen. But I can tell you, if you have X, Y, and Z going on, it's probably about like this. On the other hand, if I have not much going on, healthy as a horse, other than, and that's my favorite phrase, healthy as a horse. I don't know what that means exactly, but apparently a good-looking horse.
Yeah, right.
That's very healthy. If you do that, then the person can last a long time.
Okay.
And so for us, really realizing this truly could be a marathon.
That's what I want to get to.
And if this truly can be a marathon and not a sprint, I get, I'd hate to say the word lucky, it's the short version. That's painful.
Yeah.
But if it's the long version, boy, you better plan for some long distance support because this is long distance.
That's right. And that's what I wanted to hear. That's what I need for, anyone that is.
No guarantees.
There's no guarantees. There's no guarantees.
But think if you were going to do this for the next 30 years.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, you are where you are now, and you're going to add 30 years on here, 20 years on here. At least 10 to 12 from where you are right now. And people don't think about their careers. They don't think about their children. They don't think about their life. It's like my mom, and I got to do it. It's like, okay, your kids are 15 and 12. So in 20 years, how much are you going to have missed?
Absolutely.
If you don't build in some boundaries of what's reasonable so you can do what is needed.
Absolutely.
For everybody involved.
And that's why it's so important to of course, plan, prepare, but also seek the help and the resources.
Absolutely.
And you have that here.
We do our best.
You do your best. Tell me the types of things that the resources they can get from.
So we do consulting, we do training, we do coaching on skill development. We do actual demonstration of some skills. If you're stuck in some space, we can do it. We actually train people that you might be having work with somebody so that, okay, here's a special circumstance. Okay, let me work on this. We have resources, we have books, we have videos, we have groups that people meet together.
That's awesome.
We have respite. Where we can do some respite while we're training and doing some things. We're real comfortable with people living with dementia.
That's what you do. That's what you were put on this earth to do. And at Caring Hands, you have brought this knowledge and expert training to us. And so we are so grateful that our nurses and trainers are able to come to the Positive Approach to Care training. And give me the exact name of the training.
It's the certification course for trainers and coaches and consultants.
Okay.
And so they did their certification.
Yes.
And so they did their PAC skills and then they did their certification. And boy, does that make a difference.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
And so I want to thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you for your service.
Absolutely. The pearls of wisdom that you have just given to anyone that's watched it. And I guarantee that if you're watching this, it's not an accident. It's not a coincidence. This has come to you at the very moment that you need it. And the only thing you need to do is take those next steps to reach out and get the resources. You can do that by contacting you guys how?
teepasnow.com or snowapproach.org.
Absolutely.
One word.
Either one works.
Yep.
All right. And of course, you can always give us a call at Caring Hands at 336-389-1297, or you can always get us on our website at caringhandshhc.com. Thank you again, Teepa.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Yeah,